Get off your ass and do it. What are you hiding? What are you afraid of? Stop neglecting yourself. Get out of this relationship.
And welcome to the new day, the new time of Unexplained Cases Medium.
Oh, you have such a beautiful singing voice.
Yes, I can keep a tune in the can. Where's the can? It's right over here, right here. And there's a tune in there. So, well, hey, everybody. Welcome. Look at this. Aaron, you know what? You're the first in there. Happy February to you as well, Aaron. So, folks who, hopefully don't know what's necessarily up is that normally we would be on Sunday afternoons at 4:30 Eastern. But here we are. The late night edition here. So this is
awesome. After hours.
Well, considering your backdrop, I mean, that's pretty after hours. So, right. I mean, I feel like I'm being watched this whole time.
I did say I thought maybe it was too scary, it's too spooky for tonight. But you were like, no. So I said, okay.
Spooky. I mean, it just kind of feels like, it's like a tree spirit or something saying like, hey, how you doing? So well, I don't know why they suddenly got Italian, but I mean, actually, all tree spirits are Italian. Hey, forget about it. It's fine. Wesley, hello. Mary, Christina, welcome. So we've got some good regulars hiding in there. Now, so I have to pose the question, though. Usually this is story time. So I need to get crisscross applesauce. It's a story time with Maryam. So
are you sitting cross-legged right now? I was gonna say, I do that sometimes, but you?
No. Okay. Right. If I actually tried to do that, the amount of awkwardness and pain because I am so inflexible, it's not even funny. My sister-in-law tells me all the time, like, you need to stretch. And I'm like, yeah, and then I'll try and, we'll do it for a little bit and then I don't. So.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I that's what I was saying. Like, if you can do that, then I'm never doing yoga again. Because obviously it's not working if you're doing it and you don't do yoga. I wanted to share this really funny story while people are remembering that we're here. Jordan, You better not be at home asleep.
Oh, wow. Calling out the J-Man, basically all across the pond. Bro, you've been called out, man. Mm-hmm.
So today when I went to the doctor, the tech asked me to pull up my sleeve and he's like, oh, how many animals do you have? And I was like, well, how do you know I have pets? And he goes, well, you have hair all over you. And I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. He goes, let me guess, at least 2 dogs. And I was like, 2 dogs and a cat, but knock it off, bro. So then he's like, okay, I need you to take your sweatshirt off. I took my sweatshirt off and a roll of dog poop bags came out. It had, honestly, it must have been like up my sleeve or something. And I didn't feel it the whole time I was driving there. I took it off and the roll just unrolls and we start cracking up. And I'm like, all right.
I'm just glad that bag followed that because for a second there, for a split second, I was like, so.
A bunch of dog poop fell out. I mean, honestly, listen, this is disgusting, but when we were sick with COVID, we couldn't smell anything. My sense of smell still isn't that great, but Daisy poops in the house. And so there was this, like, you know her schedule, but there's also like this, okay, I don't smell anything, and she usually is pooped by now. So you're like tiptoeing around the house going, where would it possibly be? And sure enough, it was there.
Oh my goodness.
Gross, but what are you gonna do?
I know, right? Well, we're not even at 5 minutes and we've already talked about poop. So
poop.
This is a fantastic show all of a sudden. So
it's a show about poop and spirituality.
That could be a book.
Well, our Sunday show is Poop and the Paranormal. Well, last Sunday it was Penis and the Paranormal, but
yeah, and so for folks who have no idea, this is what happens when someone, this would be Darren, says, peanuts, but it didn't sound at all to anybody like that.
It didn't.
And then the conversation just
Well, it's
Captain America going into the ice. I'm telling you.
It's fun because Rick is, you know, he's not, you're not like conservative in the sense that you're not like you are aware of life, but you don't say bad words. You don't say words like penis. So it was fun to just keep saying the word and seeing you laugh. Just like when I swear, it's fun because it just makes you uncomfortable. And it's just fun to make you feel really uncomfortable.
You know, so what's everyone learned so far on our new day and time?
You got to admit, poop in the paranormal or penis in the paranormal, those are good names.
That the medium likes making her producer uncomfortable, which also she forgets that all I have to do is I just do this and it's all about me, basically, you know, and I could just remove her from the show. I mean, you know, you know, let's see. Now someone's going to see the last time I did that, I got called out for having a power trip. And I'm like, listen, it's just.
Did?
You buttered your bread, okay? I'm telling you, that's just how this works. You don't mess with the guy who's got all the controls.
Someone called you out for having a power trip? That's the best. Thank you. He's very abusive.
Oh, see, look at that. You know, see, this is where everyone is here for things that are far higher than this conversation. So I think we should probably go there.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk today about being blocked. One of my sweet little fans, I say sweet little because she seems very young to me. I don't know how old she is. But she sent me a nice email just talking about her concern about being blocked. But she was also conscious enough and wise enough to say, listen, I haven't been able to meditate. I've had a lot going on and I haven't done it. And she said, I know how passionate you are about meditation. And it brought up such a great point because people are constantly asking, and then some of you guys ask, which is fair because I've done it too. What's blocking me? Am I blocked? I'm not feeling this. I'm not hearing that. I'm not connecting. And it occurred to me when I read her email. First off, Mia, just called you out. Sorry. You had mentioned water, that in your shower, when you're in the showers, when you really you'll get insight. And I've heard that before from others. Two reasons for that. One is water is obviously very healing. That means that in your meditation, maybe you should be listening to water sounds, have a waterfall. But also, guess what happens when you're in the shower? No phone, no TV, no people talking to you, right? So you're one step away from actually meditation. And on top of that, you have the healing sounds of water and the healing energy of water. So that's why that happens for you and for others. But when you feel blocked, yes, we are always the ones blocking us. Now, you might say in your life, oh no, but so-and-so doesn't want me to get this job, or so-and-so standing in my way, or so. Listen, no other human being has that kind of power, has that kind of capability of preventing you from moving forward. What you want to do when you're in that position, when you're blaming someone else, is maybe I'm not supposed to go there right now. Maybe I'm not supposed to be in that job right now or be in that relationship right now. I don't know. So, but when it comes to being blocked spiritually, if you are, I use the comparison to an Olympic athlete, any athlete really, but an Olympic athlete was easy because as an Olympic athlete, you have to train. And if you don't train, you don't go to the Olympics, right? So the same thing goes with our spirituality. If you don't train, you continue to move forward because we're always learning, right? And we're always growing. But we're not going to move at a different pace or clip. There's no speed, there's no rush. It doesn't matter. You know, if for me, you know, if you're not able to meditate right now, then that's okay. Then you're where you're supposed to be. Maybe you aren't supposed to be moving and changing and growing at a faster speed. You're supposed to be where you're at, right? But if you're wanting to, strengthen your super sense and you're wanting to strengthen your psychic ability, then you got to do the work. And that work is your daily practice. And yes, I'm passionate about meditation, but it's not so much passion as it's just proof is in the work. Like if you do it, it works. It's not my opinion. It's just if you do it, it works. And that's where we grow. That's where our strength lies. And if some of you are like, listen, I have a daily practice and I still feel like I'm not moving forward, then we need to change your daily practice. Then we need to add some things, maybe remove some things. We need to change it so that you're getting to where you want to go. All right, close your eyes. I want you to notice your breath. Then I want you to notice your physical body. Relax the forehead. Relax the hands. Relax the jaw. Relax the belly. And start to deepen your breath. Lengthen the inhale. Lengthen the exhale. And breathe. Go back to the forehead and release the forehead. Go back to the jaw, release the jaw. Go back to the hands, release the hands. Release the belly. Release the legs, release the feet. And deepen that inhale. And deepen that exhale. Breathe. We're going to pick a card. But this time we're going to pull from a deck. So I want you to pick which deck. Okay. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 1, card 2, card 3. And, back to what we were talking about earlier for spiritual, that's where spiritual coaching can be beneficial, and why I talked last week about how that work is more beneficial for you than just one simple reading, because we can talk about what you're setting yourself up for in your life to create the circumstances, to create the situations, bring more awareness to what's going on around you. Not feeling like things happen to us. Things happen for us, right? They happen for us so we can learn. Card 1. This is all about the belly for card 1. The belly is where we store emotions. It's where we store pain, sadness. It's also where joy can come from. But this is nourishing the belly. And, part of our daily practice is nourishing the physical body with healthy foods. And for you, card 1, you need to get better at how you nourish your body. What are you filling your body with? Toxins, or whether those toxins are energy around you. It could be even what you watch on TV. Those toxins come from food, of course. And that's affecting the pain and the sadness that lives in your belly. Card 1, you've got this pain and sadness that just has been sitting there for a long time. And what we eat will either feed into that or help clear that, right? If you're working on this daily practice and you're nourishing your body with foods that fill you with light and love, energy, that helps build that belly to expand, to release. But if we're filling our belly with foods that weigh us down, that are heavy, dense, breads, meats, sugars, that's just feeding that pain and that sadness. And so for you, card 1, this is about nourishing the body, nourishing the soul, nourishing yourself to prepare yourself for what you want to start, to prepare you for where you want to go. But you've got to start with this physical body. You cannot ignore this physical body, because the physical body carries our power, carries our ability to be more and do more. Or, yes, it weighs us down. Okay? Card 2. Deck 2, I should say. Let's see what we got. Card 2. You're in a position, you're not happy. You're not happy. You're not happy about you or circumstances around you. Some of you have experienced death. Some of you are healing from loss. And there's this sense of just shut down. And for some of you, if you're like, well, that's not really feeling like me, it's a part of you that you haven't tended to. There's a part of you that needs to grieve. And even if that's a loss of a job or a relationship or a friendship or just a lifestyle change, even leaving your moving, there sometimes can be grief involved in that. You're closing the door. And this card 2, there's just this kind of somber, what now? And if that's not where you're at, I need you to get into your heart, because there's an emotional buildup that you haven't addressed. And for those of you that are there, that are feeling this somber, just like, what now? Be there for a little bit longer. It's not going to be that much longer. You're going to come out of this funk. You're going to come out of it. It's going to turn around. And again, I want to stress this. If you're like, what? I'm happy. I'm fine. You're repressing some stuff. There's something in particular you aren't looking at. And I'm not trying to create pain and sadness in your life. I'm actually trying to help you release it. Because I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, but anxiety comes from multiple places. But for this situation, anxiety comes from the repression. And sometimes that anxiety turns into like excitement, like, no, I'm working, I'm doing my thing, I'm really like getting things done. And that's just this nervous, anxious, ignoring something you need to deal with. And for some of you, there's this understanding, and there's just this somber part of you that's just like, heavy. It's going to pass though. Be in this space. It's just going to pass soon. Okay? It's okay. Be in that space a little bit longer. Card 3. Hang on. I want to lay these cards out. This deck doesn't like to be shuffled. And sometimes I still shuffle it just to change up the energy. But it prefers that I pick a card from it. Manifestation. You can hear Daisy manifesting her dinner right now. I'm sorry. So we hit a little snag in this new time. It's their dinner time. So clearly dinner time's going to have to be earlier or later. She has barked this entire show. She's also getting older. And I think she's just like a kooky old lady. Just yelling at everybody that walks by, you know? Card 3. Manifestation. Sorry, I said that and then I moved on from Daisy and they're like, what? What, am I manifesting something? No, sorry, you're not. No. Yes. Card 3. Get focused though. A change is coming. But get clear, get focused, and really get to the core. Not just the superficial. I'm just use this as an example. Oh, I want a new car, a new job. Uh-oh, Daisy he just let Daisy in here. Okay, it's about to get wild. It's like, get out of that superficial. Okay, so maybe it is a new job or a new car you want, but go deeper. There's this, why do you, like even with this car, like why do you want this new car? Well, I need one. There's something else going on there. And maybe, okay, something else going on. Like, no, like this new car, I'm using it as an example. I'm not necessarily saying you guys are there. Like, no, this new car is going to open the door for me to be able to go here and go, take this new job that's halfway across town. Beautiful. Know that. And put that into the meditation and manifestation of why you need this car, not just, I need this car. It's like, no, actually, this car is going to open things up for me. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever it is that you're working on right now, I want it to go from here to go to this gut visceral level. That's a little bit more conscious from a deeper core value of why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you asking for what you're asking for? Okay? Unlike Daisy, who's just asking for food. All right. We did it.
Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. That's awesome. Got a bunch of folks in the chat, and we appreciate you being here, and also some folks that are new. So we always appreciate that. We like our regulars. We like our new folks. So, and I've been letting some folks know, basically, if you have one specific question that you would like for Maryam to be able to read and help you out with, just drop that in the comments. We will get to that very shortly. But in the meantime, I want to let everybody know that we got another little show, Unexplained Cases Live, that happens on Sunday nights at this time at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and we've got something special that's coming up this Sunday.
Hey everybody, it's Darren Dito from Unexplained Cases. You know, her list of accomplishments is very long. Terry J. Davis has been an Emmy-nominated producer, a director, even a documentary filmmaker, and we are very fortunate to have her as a special friend of Unexplained Cases. You know, over the last 3 weeks, Terry has been guest hosting on our live show, Unexplained Cases Medium, and introducing some fantastic individuals curious about their African-American history and also their heritage. So starting this month and everyone afterward, Terry will introduce us to more fascinating personalities. This Sunday, though, it is all about Terry. We will learn more about her remarkable career in the entertainment industry. I'm pretty jealous about this. She has worked with Steve Harvey and Queen Latifah. And after we catch up about her accomplishments in the entertainment biz, she's called upon Maryam to remote view the Madam C.J. Walker estate. What will we learn about where the first female self-made millionaire in America lived? You're going to have to tune in. Unexplained Cases live on Sunday, 10 p.m. on the East Coast and 7 p.m. on the West Coast. We'll see you there.
Can I just say, I'm so loving these Black History episodes. They're so fun and they're so fascinating. It's just like, I just love them. And so does this guy behind me.
Our Italian tree guy. Forget about it. Come on. See, yeah, these have been some fascinating episodes. So we appreciate Terry helping us out with that, and so that's going to be coming up this Sunday, and we look forward to everybody joining us for that. But we've had someone patiently waiting in the green room.
Oh,
so
good. She's here.
Get on to our psychic case for today. Kayla.
Hi.
Hey there. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to step out of the way here so you two can talk.
All right. So, Kayla, tell us a little bit about what's been going on.
Yeah. So I've been feeling a presence around this apartment complex. We just moved here about a year ago now, and for the past 3 months, I want to say, I've just been feeling something just around the house. My significant other thinks I'm crazy, but for the past 3 months, I haven't been able to sleep. And it's only when I'm sleeping, I wake up, I feel like someone's watching me. And my dad did pass away about 3 years ago now. And we didn't really have a strong bond, but I've been having very intense dreams about him lately, which I caught off guard. But other than that, it's normally happens in my bedroom. My bedroom's closest to a mirror, and I read some weird things about if your mirror is closest to your bedroom, so that's just kind of freaking me out some more. But
What does it say? What's wrong with having a mirror close to your bedroom?
So if you have a mirror that points towards your bed, supposedly it traps like a part of you in it or something.
Oh.
And you
Okay.
feel like strong vibrations and stuff from that. But normally it's just a presence of somebody's just watching me. And I was meditating earlier around, I think it was like 2.5 hours ago, and it's really intense when I'm trying to be still within myself. So I have to continually distract myself from these things, and I haven't been meditating because of it. I haven't been able to just be with myself lately.
Okay.
So yeah, I was
Okay.
wanting to get another perspective on it.
All right. So let's see what's going on. What's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Christopher.
Same last name as you?
Yes, McCullough.
Okay. Your dad's around. Hold on. I'm looking down at photos for those of you that are new. That's what's happening right now. Your dad's around. You are, what you're feeling, that whole mirror thing, I don't know. I'm sure it has some basis to it. I'm not going to totally say it's not true. I'm sure it has some, but that's not what's happening. Your dad's around. Hold on. I'm going to keep saying that until I get some more information here.
Yeah.
There isn't there's not an entity in your room. It's your dad. You are repressing something that happened with your dad that you don't want to look at and deal with. And your dad is being a little, like your dad's wanting to apologize, and he's wanting to deal with this. And he's being a little, I use the word aggressive lightly, but that's the word that comes to me. He's being a little aggressive about it. I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
Christopher.
Yeah. There is, at the bottom of all of this, he means well, but he's coming off aggressive. Just because he's got guilt and he wants to work it out doesn't mean that you have to right now. But you are not looking at a part of the relationship that was painful and difficult. And so there's this weird, like, I don't want to deal with it, but he's standing right. It's like if you're at work and your boss is like talking to you and you're completely ignoring them, and they just follow you around all day going, hello, hello. And you just act like they're not even there. That's what's happening. And I'm not saying just yet that you don't have to acknowledge this. Like, just because he's wanting to deal with this. Okay, for some reason he's saying you do. You do have to acknowledge it in the sense that we have to find some peace with this, but you also can do things on your own time and at your own pace. This doesn't have to be on his watch. Although he is saying, this is strange, although he is saying he's going to be leaving, and so he wants to finish this before he leaves. It sounds like he's going to be coming back into body, and he wants to resolve this before he does. What is the situation? What happened? What did he do? Or actually, I'm sorry, you don't have to reveal that. That's personal, but do you know what that situation is? Or you can tell us, it's up to you.
I mean, there's a few situations that it could be. My sister and I stopped going over there because him and her had a falling out, and I was the medium between the two, but I just kind of casted him away from my life so I could, focus on myself and not have his trauma from his past follow me into my life and into college and stuff. So it was a decision on my part to just leave that relationship. And his side of the family and I have had a major falling out, him and my sister. So it's been great.
So he does have this. Is he what when he was in body? Was he pushy? Was he aggressive?
No,
or just like what? Like I'm ready to do this. Why aren't you?
He was actually the complete opposite. He was in a very traumatic relationship, and that ultimately led him to him passing away. And he was very caring. He was very understanding, and it's probably to the maybe because I wanted to try to resolve things before he passed away, but that never really happened. And now you're right, I'm stuck with, just the knowing that, it's left unsaid, kind of.
He's being just like, I'm going to go back to that. Right now, he's just being very pushy and aggressive with wanting to talk to you and communicate to you. He's hovering. And so what you're feeling is, it's funny. I use these eyes. I didn't even realize it, but that's probably what you feel like. You got so much. Sorry. Yeah. Just adding to it. But he is like, he's standing. I got to get rid of this computer. He is standing like right there, just watching you. He is adamant about resolving something before he leaves. And he's being very pushy about it and very, I'm not leaving until this is resolved. And I find it interesting that he wasn't like that in body because he is very clear about that now. And maybe this is because you have to deal with this. You have to address it. You have to acknowledge it, and you have to apologize. Because there is a part that is 50-50 here. And he's saying, I know that I've done wrong. I know that, but I need, like, there's an urgency to this. Why is there an urgency to this? Why is there an urgency? Well, he's concerned, about you. He's concerned about you. What's happening? Why? Okay, hold on. He's really concerned about you. Is something going on in your life right now?
I've been struggling a lot with body positivity and going just into a little bit of depression swings here and there, but that makes a lot of sense. So I've been trying to manifest, I have this picture of what I want my life to look like, and I've been trying to work towards it. But here lately, it seemed, because of the slumps that I get into, it's farther and farther away. And this has never really happened for me until about 5 months ago, when everything started.
Okay, so I'm picking up on some sort of physical abuse you experienced as a child. Not necessarily, I don't know what kind. It doesn't feel like it feels more like sexual abuse of some sorts. There was some sort of abuse that's what's following you. And that's what's causing this depression. And this is what, hold on. This is what I need her to address. I need her to listen. Neither one of us did things great. I know that I made a lot of mistakes. I know that I should have said things and done things different, or just said or done things in general, and I didn't. I get that, but this is about you right now. This is my concern for you. I'm leaving. I'm actually going to be moving on and coming back into body, and I'm not always going to be there. You have guides taking care of you and watching over you, but you have to deal with this physical trauma. And what you're feeling and you're experiencing is a combination of what you went through as a child, but now you're experiencing me present in your space. And those two together is overwhelming you. Mm-hmm. You have to acknowledge one or the other. I can't be here forever. I'm not going to be here forever. I will be here. There will be moments. Now, this is something that I've said before, I don't have details on, but I know that when people move into a new body, they can still watch over us. There is a part of them that is still connecting with us. So they're not gone forever, but he is definitely talking about being gone. And he wants to help resolve this. He wants you to bring this to the forefront. He wants you to bring this trauma up, address it, and then move through it. He doesn't want to move on until you have brought this up. Like, do you need to tell someone? Do you need to, is there maybe there's people that need to know so this doesn't happen again? But he's very urgent and very consistent, very adamant that this is to be addressed. He's watching over you now. He's in the room. He's right here with you because he says, I can't let this go unsaid. I can't because you're going to take this with you and it's going to rattle the rest of your life. Whereas if we address it now, we can move on from here. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So if you can, so here's what we do. You are going to embrace your father because he's not going to be there much longer. You're going to embrace him in your meditation. You're going to hear him. You're going to do whatever you need to feel him and connect with him. And he's going to send you the information that you need to acknowledge what happened and start the process of moving through it. But we want to first, because you have two things happening. You're not addressing the pain and you're ignoring him. Let's address him. Let's experience him. Let's feel him. Let's hear him. Let's see him. That problem then will be able, yes, your heart will open. There'll be tears. There'll be sadness. There'll be all kinds of things that come up. It'll feel like he just passed. It'll be this situation that might even put you a little bit deeper into a depression. But that depression will not be one that is due to repression. Rather, it will be one that you kind of go down and come back out of fairly quickly because you're clearing, you're not repressing. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's kind of like a relief, honestly.
Okay, good. Now, the bottom line is you got to address what happened and he wants to help you with that. Now, to be fair, when he says he doesn't have a lot of time, he's moving on, he's moving to the other side, that could mean in human terms, he could be around for the next year, you know? So do you see the comment on the screen?
I do. He was turning gray, but he did have glasses. He wore a hat, and he was probably about 44 when he passed away. So it was pretty close.
Yeah. So he's right there. Let's just embrace. And so it's okay to embrace what you're experiencing. So embrace the fear, embrace the sadness, embrace the energy, embrace it all, because that's how you're going to heal. There's nothing negative happening. There's no
Sounds
dark
good.
energy. You just need to, you have like, it's again, it feels like you have this past, this not past life, but this life trauma that's staring you right in the face, like a human standing in your room.
Yeah.
And then you have your dad who's literally standing there staring you in the face. So no wonder you feel like you can't sleep, and you feel like someone's watching you, and you feel like there's weird stuff, because it is happening, because what you're experiencing is very much real, but very much there for you to embrace so you can move through it, move into it. It's like there's a huge wave that's been waiting to splash over you, and you can allow it to. And you can allow it to just run over you, because you're going to be okay. You're going to be standing stronger, clearer. And that wave is representing your tears and your sadness that has to come out, and it has to open up the heart, because the direction and the path you're on right now is right. But once you experience this, it's going to do this. Okay. So don't manifest anything specific right now as far as like career and life. Instead, do this: address dad, address the past, and let that wave crash over you. Even visualize that if you want, and visualize yourself standing as it crashes over you. And whatever happens after that, if you see yourself falling, that's okay. If you see yourself crying, that's okay. None of this is bad. But once you experience that, then you'll go into a little bit of a depression. It could only be a few hours, and then you'll come out, and then you're going to go, oh, you're going to see things different after this, and then start going back into your manifestation and meditation specifically to that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I do have one question. When I am meditating, when I'm looking into the third eye chakra, it's normally, that's when it happens, and it feels just like this, it's kind of like a shadow, and that's what scares me, because it was just like such a dark, not aura, but just such a dark figure, and I'm used to always looking into like light, and that's what scares me out of the meditations, I guess.
Yeah. So what's interesting is they're reminding me of that mirror statement you made, because that dark shadow is you.
Okay.
It's that pain. That's what's scaring you, is the pain of that existence that you experienced in this life. You don't have an entity in your room.
Oh, thank God.
Other than your dad.
Yeah.
But he's light, so he's okay. You're scared of you. You're scared of not addressing what you've been through. And then again, to be fair, that's a lot of stuff in a small room. Like, that's a lot. So everything you've experienced is justified. Now you can allow it to, like, they want you to see, just merge with that dark energy, because it's not a dark energy. It's just an aspect of you. And that's interesting, because that's why you found that article on the mirror, because it's your reflection. And it's just an aspect of you, and it just needs to meld into the lightness of you, and boom, it's gone. Again, there'll be an emotional response, and then you'll move through it. And listen, to be fair, that emotional response could last an hour, could last a week. Allow yourself to be in it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We good? Anything else?
That's
okay.
Awesome.
Okay, Kayla, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kayla. Thanks for being here tonight. Well, that's awesome. So, that's where to let everybody know, in Kayla's case, she certainly was, doing what needed to be done. There was meditation, there was focus, but was like, hey, I got this question. So, not everybody is like on a solid path and has a lot of questions going on about like, hey, what's happening here? What's going on in my house or whatever. So feel free to reach out to us. I'll have an email address for you here shortly to contact us. But,
and I want to add to that that's that's another example of why I got excited when I realized coaching was more beneficial for me, because that's what she needed. She just needed guidance. She didn't need a reading. She didn't need her house sage. She didn't need a demon removed. She just needed guidance, you know? And when you're putting in the work, we all need guidance. I reach out for guidance because when it's about us, it's always going to be a little bit harder. And if you're like, I'm doing everything and I still don't see, that's okay. That's why we have other people. That's why we have support. So, and that's why that read was actually very short and effective and quick, because she was already putting in the work. So she was like, oh, I got it. I get it. Yep. Okay. I just needed to make sure there wasn't a demon in my house.
Yes. Which it's always good. You know, a safety.
To not have a demon in your house.
Yeah. You know, I think they're, you know, that's probably a safe bet to place. And now it's that it's that time again, and oh my goodness, it's the Oliver.
It's makeout time with Oliver.
Hey, pal, you're interrupting the show here. Come on, we got stuff to do. Come on, save it for later, please. All right, let's get to our first question I had.
Hi, Colleen. Oh, sorry. How do you... Okay, studying mediumship. How do you keep them safe? Okay, that's a big word. I don't know the meaning of that. Do you, Rick? Do you have a calculator? That's why I don't know the meaning of words.
Satiated, basically. You know, she's having a problem with basically spirits jumping in, controlling them.
I said, please let me get your full message, please. Okay, so great question, Colleen. Something I learned later in life. We need to learn how to manage our emotional body, our spiritual body, our physical body. And that's what Kundalini Yoga helped me do, because you're too open. You know, whether if you're seeing or hearing these beings, whether it's your third eye or your hearing, you're too open in that area, because in other areas you're closed off. Okay. My sense is your gut needs to be more open, and there's a lot of emotion you're holding in your gut. And so you're just everywhere else. So you don't have to deal with that. Balancing the physical body, balancing the emotional body was a lifesaver for me. And that was through Kundalini Yoga, because what it did is it allowed the energies and entities to move like this. And so, or maybe I should say like this. So then I can, in essence, pick and choose, because everything is balanced. It's kind of like, if you walk, not that a grocery store is balanced, but they're kind of giving me the example of, if you walk into a grocery store, like everyone isn't going to look at you and go, oh my God, it's Colleen. You can pick and choose who you want to talk to. If you want to talk to people, if you want to say hello to someone, if you want to introduce yourself to someone, or if you want to take something off the shelf, you have that choice. And that's where you're at, is when we aren't fully balanced in the emotional body, everything else kind of blows out. And that's what's happening with you. Kundalini Yoga, Guru Singh, message me and I will send you that info. Changed my life. Cannot stress it enough, that balancing that body. And that's also, I mean, we can work on that also in coaching, but at the end of the day, that's what you're going to want to do.
And see, that's what I always thought, is that basically you have a whole bunch of people, you know, you walking down the street and they're all up in your face, basically. Hey, talk to me. You know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But that's
and that's like a very visceral visual. That's not really, when you're in balance, you don't hear or see them unless you choose to, you know?
Gotcha.
Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea, I love this question. I'm going to make it simple and get my little tiny baby deck. See what it tells me. I'm assuming that's you in the front. It's a cute little picture. Chelsea on the right path. Okay, if these little cards don't give me an answer, we're moving on. All right, moving on. I don't want to use this deck.
What'd that deck ever do to you?
I know. Well, he didn't give me an answer. Are you on the right path? Yes, but I feel, yes, to be fair, we're never really on the wrong path, you know? Because we're always exactly where we're supposed to be. But I understand what you're saying. I feel like you are being drawn onto this path for reasons that are old patterns and habits, and not because of who you are as a light-filled being. Because I feel like you're this, like, you come from like a astral level of light and stars, but right now you're moving from a very gut, earthy human, and I kind of say that making that ugly face, humans, ugh. Sorry, didn't mean to, but like this dense place of like patterns that we grew up with that are so instilled in us, we don't even realize, I get that why I was drawn to that because so and so was, or because that's what I did, but it's not really who I am. So it's not that you're on the wrong path. It's that I want you to get into your heart space more so that you can feel who you were as spirit before you stepped into body. Because the path isn't going to go boom. The path is just going to kind of do this. And you're going to go, oh, okay, so I'll stay here, but it'll look like this instead of this. I don't know what spirit's doing tonight. Did that make sense?
I thought you were about to go all Vogue on me for a second.
Seriously.
That was like, you know.
And listen, Rick, oh my God, how old are we? Like, I got the joke. Did anyone else get that joke?
I think they did. Now, are you going to have to do a rinse and repeat here for Mimi? Because
Mimi,
basically
rinse and repeat.
Yes.
Could you imagine? I was like, I feel like.
Everything I just said, ditto.
Ditto, right. Okay, I am, though, going to try this little deck again, see if it, Okay, Mimi Black. That's a cute name. Am I on the right path? Oh! Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Okay. Look it.
What was all that?
It said, you're going in the right direction. Reconsider. Come on, people. Pick one. I'm not using that deck. Just for that, deck is going in the corner with its dunce cap on.
Wow. It's getting serious up in here.
Mimi. Hold on. Yes. I'm looking at your picture. Hold on. Yes. I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, you are.
All right.
Ta-da. I did it.
Look at that.
We got more. Stephanie. Ooh. Is that you peering around, Stephanie? That blue banner in your...
I think she's hiding behind the blue banner. Mm-hmm.
I like the way I blame everyone else for the fact that I don't put my glasses on.
Especially
Stephanie,
right now, it's like your nose is right above the banner. So that was just like,
for God's sake, just put your glasses on, woman. They're in the other room. Stephanie, I'm going to use this deck again. Let's see. I don't like these yes or no questions. It gives me anxiety because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Because it'll get someone's either hopes way up here or way down there. And then if I'm wrong, do you like the way how much credibility I just gave myself there?
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm not using this deck. It sucks today. All right. Stephanie. Whoa. That one jumped right at me. That deck, I don't think was for me to shut up. Okay. Stephanie, you're moving to a new job. I'm telling you, not asking. Is it this one? Again, I can't be specific if it's this one, but everything is clear and moving in a positive direction. You are moving into a new job. Is it this one? That's something like I'd have to get more pictures, the name of your company. It would be a much deeper reading. But for the show's sake, you're moving in a positive direction. Look who's a big girl. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, what signs or guidance am I missing from my spirit guides? Whoa. You got to open up your heart chakra. You got to open up your heart chakra. Okay? So when you go into your meditation, focus on the heart. Focus on the mother also. Karma with mom. And focus on the heart. There you go.
Okay. This one, I think, may be a reach out to us.
Yeah, Alexis emailed me. That's a bigger situation.
Yeah, so Alexis, there's the email scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but I'll also put it in the comments for you. Kira kind of had a quick question.
Yes, if your third eye is opening up. Hold on. I feel like you were feeling someone else's energy, and that's new for you. Which is also your third eye opening up. You were. It's okay. Is it normal? No. I mean, you shouldn't. You should be feeling vibrant and refreshed and balanced. But if you're opening up your third eye, if that muscle is expanding and growing, yes, it can cause some physical uncomfortableness sometimes, for sure. I also feel like you're picking up on someone else's energy in your space, possibly, that isn't feeling well, or it's a stress headache. There's someone in your life that I feel like you're picking up on their stuff. And so that's similar to Colleen's question, where you want to really Kundalini yoga helps you expand your aura so that other people's experiences move through you and don't get stuck in you. That's practice, but that's what's. Oh, that was Oliver. He fell. So there's that. So your meditation practice, adding in some Kundalini is going to help expand the aura so that experiences move through you. They don't get stuck in you. Takes time, but also when you're coming into your intuition, you will have to have these experiences. Okay.
All right. So since we're coming up at the top of the hour, there actually are some more questions. So, we try to get to as many as we can, but folks, if we did not get to your question, then I've dropped an email into the comments. It's the same one that's been scrolling along this whole time. Definitely send your question to that email address, and then that way we'll address that next Thursday, top of the show.
Top of the show. But when you email me, please tell me your name, why you're emailing, what, because I get emails and it's just like a picture of someone and I'm like, I don't know who or what. So
yeah. So a little context is great. So, that way you'll be, at the top of the line if you'll do that. And so everybody, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you. Love you. Thank you for the support. And hey,
Sunday night.
Catch us Sunday night, same channel, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.